LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga was probably the most anticipated LEGO game since LEGO Star Wars: A Complete Saga came out all the way back in 2007. The Skywalker Saga was going to be the best, grandest game, and right now I'm not saying it isn't, but there are definitely some things people don't like about it. So today we're going to go through 10 things players hate in LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. And if you have something you hate about this game or don't like or that annoys you, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to read your thoughts and maybe make another one of these. We'll see. Let's do it. Hey everyone, it's Andrew. The character selection menu. Oh my goodness, this thing is enough to give you nightmares from hell. Never did I think it would be so hard to select one of the games. How many characters are there in this game? LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker. I never thought it would be so hard to select one of the game's 384 characters. My goodness. The navigation in the menu, I think we can all agree, is very clunky. Try to go to the next character, you go down and it goes to the wrong thing, and then you're in a different category altogether, and then you try and select someone from the same class and you can't get back to that class, and then you change the wrong character and you realize you've only changed a side character. Oh my god! The trick is to make sure the character you want to change is always the one selected at the top of the menu. Even with that in mind, though, this thing is, oh my god, the stuff of nightmares, like I said. This would be like if General Grievous went to reach one of his lightsabers, one of the many lightsabers he carries in his cloak, and he grabs it, and it's the wrong one. He doesn't have a good system where his hand can grab the lightsaber out of his cloak. That's the experience of LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga character selection. Can't fully replay episodes. This is something that really bothered me ever since I went back and started playing in free play. LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga only allows you to replay the story missions and not what else is going on in the world at that time. Because the developers made the decision to tell most of the story through the open world and through your interactions in the open world, making your way through it as you play through the game, the replayability of the Skywalker Saga really suffers. One location where I think it's really obvious is Coruscant. The weather on Coruscant changes so many times throughout the prequels, and each time you come to visit Coruscant, it's different because it's a different point in the story, something else is happening. Like for example, during Order 66, weather is really dark, whereas at other times it's more like sunset, other times the sun is up. It changes the lighting. And there's no way to go back and experience this unless you decide to make a completely new save file and replay the entire thing without any of your unlocks. Why? No character customizer. Oh man, what would a LEGO game be without character customization? This was such an iconic part of the original games, and that's why it's so heart-crushing, soul-crushing that the Skywalker Saga fails to deliver in this department. The fact you can't actually go and choose who you want to play as and the way you want to play, like let's say you want to put Yoda's head on Chewbacca's body, create your own version of Darth Jar Jar. All of these are impossible in LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga because of the lack of character customization. And what hurts even more is that originally when they were making this game, they said it was going to be there. A lot of people have also speculated that on the capital ships, the medical bays, the rooms where these kind of tube back to tanks are, was going to be where you'd go to customize your character, similar to a lot of the other previous LEGO Star Wars games. Honestly, if there was just one thing I could add to the Skywalker Saga, it would be this. Low effort DLC. Now, don't get me wrong, LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga already has an abundance of content. There is so much stuff in this game, it is nonsense and ridiculous the amount of time and effort the developers put into designing the worlds, designing the characters, and having so much content in the game. But that's where most of the time was spent. The several DLCs like the Trooper Pack, the Bad Batch, the Mandalorian, all felt quite rushed if we're being honest. Like Mando has literally no personality. I've talked about this in a few clips on my Clips channel. Mandalorian has no voice lines, doesn't have his darksaber, and doesn't even have a jetpack. The fact Ahsoka has no voice lines. Come on, guys. Director Krennic. Are we blind? Deploy the garrison! The list goes on, and it's just really disappointing to see that by the time they got to the DLC, it was almost created as an afterthought, even though it was announced during the production of the game, before the game had released. Short missions. Now, me personally, I really like that you spend most of your time in LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga in the open world. I always loved the hub worlds from the previous LEGO games, and LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga is kind of just built on that to a ridiculous level, making basically over 20 hub worlds that are freely explorable, all connecting to create one large open world. That said, a lot of people are very disappointed that the actual missions in the game were so short. Some missions took like 10-15 minutes. You could fly through them without even any challenge. And where this hurts the most is the fact that older LEGO games games had much longer, much more advanced, developed levels that took a lot longer to get through, a lot more puzzles, a lot more difficulty. Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, really, there were some parts that were hard, but if we're being real, it was pretty breezy all the way through. I also wish the missions were a little longer. The hint droid. Oh boy, my greatest nemesis. Now, I know a lot of people like the hint droid. They think he's funny. They think he's quirky. He's got quite a good commentary on what's going on in Lego at the time.
Hope you found what you needed. Blah, blah, blah. Go on, get out of here.
But that said, every single time I land on a planet or even walk anywhere near this guy, he's always making some sarcastic comment about how he's got new hints, how that's all his existence means. I don't care, bro. Now, there is a way to make him shut up, but to do that, you need to go and look at every single hint, basically mark them all as read in the menu, as if to say, yes, I have listened to all of your hints, I've been through them all, I've read them all, and now I can move on with my life. And after you do that, sure, he might stay quiet for a little while, but his voice will return. The moment he has a new hint to give you, he will speak up again, and you will have to do what must be done. I made a video figuring out a way to kill him. It was very, very challenging. I eventually did so.
Yes! Yes! We did it! We killed him! Oh, yes! Oh no, he's back!
But he came straight back. I was so disappointed. I can't wait to actually unlock him in the game and put him through all types of torture. Missing characters. The Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga developers at TT Games were very clear right from the start that this was a game focused on the Skywalker Saga, those 9 films, and there wouldn't be much content outside of those. So for example, if you're a big fan of Asajj Ventress, Captain Rex, Cad Bane, any Star Wars Rebels character, then they're not in the game. Sorry guys. There was a hope for a while that we'd be getting more DLC down the track, that there were going to be more character packs, perhaps a Clone Wars pack, a Rebels pack, who knows what else. And they did deliver a few. We got the Solo pack, Rogue One, Bad Batch, but so many of our favorites are still missing. Now, this is not where I have a problem. They laid out their intentions right from the start, said, we're not going to focus on that. It's about the Skywalker Saga, and that's the content that's going to be in the game. But how can you have a game where you decide to include a Clone Wars character like Mama the Hutt, but not have Captain Rex, not have Cad Bane? How does that make sense? That's Lego Star Wars for you people. Quirky as ever and ridiculously confusing. I'm yet to unlock Mama the Hutt. And the day I do, boy. Can't replay side missions. Now, I know I was talking about how I don't like the character selection menu. A lot of people don't like it. But that said, the menus of Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga are quite extensive. And you're able to look at every single mission you've completed in the game. And also every mission that exists. They're listed there with detail. The planet, the location, where you can get the mission. It's all here. So why not give us an option to replay the side missions? I was so excited that they put a crate dragon in the game. Whoa! There is a mission where Yaddle tells you to go fight the crate dragon on Tatooine. I went, I fought, I died, I killed. And then I'm like, that was so much fun. I'd love to do that again with another character. Go into the menu. You can't do it. It doesn't exist. You have to replay the entire game in a new save. Why? You can replay all the story missions. Let me replay the side mission. This is so much fun. I'm facing a crate dragon and you're only going to let me do this once. What if I want to go get 100% completion? I know a lot of people love doing that with these kinds of games, but I was like, yeah, that was fun. Maybe I just want to muck around for a little while. Go fight me a crate dragon. No, you can't do it. Something happens once. That's it. It's over. Disappointed. This and character customization, my 2 most requested features. Let me replay the side missions. Need to find me a crate dragon. Being forced to change characters in free play boss fights. The whole idea of free play is that the game will allow you to play how you want. It's called free play. It's like a sandbox. That's the idea. You take a character who's a completely random character and you go fight Darth Maul. Whoever you want. Lego Star Wars: Skywalker Saga lets you do that, but only to a certain extent. For example, I wanted to face Darth Maul as the Gonk droid, which the game was fine with at first. Then it was like, oh, seriously? Nope. To get through this part of the boss fight, you need to play as Qui-Gon or as a Jedi. I actually quite like the boss fights in Lego Star Wars: Skywalker Saga. I think they've done a lot to develop a very specific combat within this mode. Lightsaber boss fights feel very different to just normal lightsaber fights out on the street, if you know what I'm saying. But let me play it how I want to play it. Yeah? I get why certain parts of the boss fights are locked to a certain character, but if you're playing someone else, there should be another way around this. There should be an override for this. If I want to play through the entire game as a Gonk droid, I should be allowed to do that without switching character even once. I still won the fight. No new game plus. I think this is one of the most disappointing features of Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga for a lot of people. There is no way of replaying the game in its entirety with all the characters you've unlocked in free play. This is closely related to what I meant about replaying side missions and fully replaying episodes. You can't do it. You got to go start the game again with nothing, with zero. There is so much fun you can have in LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga's open world, and so many different scenarios you can create. I think the videos I make are kind of an example of that. It is a little disappointing. The game doesn't give you the full freedom to do that the way you want to do it. So all that said, what's something else you don't like about LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga? And on the flip side, what's something you love about this game? Let me know in the comments. For more Star Wars content daily, I have a Clips channel. Come check it out. Lots of stuff over there. And if you'd like to see what happens when Palpatine asks Anakin about Darth Plagueis for the 1000th time, go and watch this video here. And come follow me on Instagram, Twitter, join my Discord and TikTok. And thanks for watching this. My name's Andrew. I'll catch you soon.
Stay bombastic.